EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They begin the drive with Williams. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To throw is Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go play action with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle, Murray. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Wilson on the keeper. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now a run up the middle with Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Winston. To the right side and complete to Washington.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jameis to throw it.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Johnson.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Throwing, Winston.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw is Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know The great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yes, and he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Another run for Murray on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. He's got a man, it's Sutton, that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They give to Williams, running right. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's brought down. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He's got his target. It's Olave. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Winston to throw. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Now Winston. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Washington now out of the gun. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is good. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. So this one a victory.